Hey guys, this is Coop from GarageGymReviews.com, and about 2 months ago or so I told you I was going to open a personal training gym. I moved everything out of my garage and I opened this gym. This is it, Intentional Fitness and Performance. I wanted to get it perfect, but just like anything, it's never perfect, but I think it's to a point where I'd like to show you where we're at. Come on inside. Okay, so I wasn't sure how much I wanted to show you guys of the gym because I didn't know if it was something you're interested in, but if it is, you'd like me to talk more about it, our clientele, kind of how we're getting clientele, how I'm marketing it, how I'm building it, let me know in the comment section below. But this is Intentional Fitness and Performance. I kind of run the back end of things. In fact, the person that's doing the videotaping right now with the camera is our head trainer, Chance Wolf. As you can see, this is his wide array of awesome degrees and different certifications that I don't have, and I have no interest in training people, but he does, so it was a good partnership. But I'm just gonna kind of go through and show you our entire gym. First off, it's about 2,500, 2,800 square feet. We have 75 feet of turf, all kinds of matting throughout, and then we have a custom paint job that we did over a very long period of time. But this is kind of just the general, like when people come in, if they wanna talk, and then that's kind of my office there, and then I'll bring you over and we'll show you kind of the equipment that we have. So this is our functional trainer. This is the free motion functional trainer. This is the biggest, baddest functional trainer that's out there. It's got stacks up to 80 pounds. And this was actually donated, 2 different stacks. This was actually donated by a client. We were really pumped about that. But I'd say just about every workout or so, somebody is doing something on this, whether that's some pulley movement or ab movement or whatever, they're using this. So we get a lot of use out of it, and it's really functional because it's got like the actuating arms up, down, side to side. It's a good piece, but it's also insanely expensive. Move over here. This is kind of like our recovery tools, everything you could think of, from like Hyperice Hypervolts to Tim Tams to rollers, all different kinds of handles and just like general stuff that somebody would use for recovery. We train everyone from athletes. We had a mini camp for a local high school basketball team, and then we also train the older clients and just everyone in between. So we have to have a lot of different equipment to help whoever's training. Over here is our just mass storage rack. So this is a Titan mass storage rack with their up and down shelving, and then we've got some 70-inch bars here. This thing can hold whatever you can throw on it. Yeah, it's not the prettiest, but if you go with the Rogue, it's going to be a lot more expensive. And I think for what it is, it gets the job done. I love the way it looks with all the weight on there. We've got a set of 5 to 100 pound dumbbells over here. And then in the middle, we have Kettlebell Kings kettlebells from 9 pounds up to 109 pounds, some medicine balls. And then we have a whole nother set of 5 pound to 100 pound dumbbells. We're just waiting on more shelving for that. And then we also have dumbbells from 110 to 150 as well in one set. So most people don't use those, but they're nice to have, and it's just another thing I think that you can use. The more equipment that you have, the more variety you have, the more you can keep people entertained, and I think that's one reason that we've been successful thus far. So this is a mural that we painted and then had a client that wanted to come in and help us out, and they painted it. The way that we did that, if you want to do this in your garage, is we took a projector, basically projected it up on the wall, taped it off, and then painted it off. It wasn't too difficult, but it did take a lot of time to clean up, but we think it looks good now. Over here, we have our posterior chain work. So GHD, the Abram 2.0, this was the one I had in my garage. Brought it over here. Great machine. I think for a commercial, you'll find we're mainly Rogue Fitness equipment. I'd say if you have a commercial facility, I would definitely go for somebody that offers great warranty and great customer service. Yeah, Rogue isn't the only company that does that. There's a lot of companies that offer that. But in my experience, Rogue's kind of the leader in great customer service, great warranty, and great construction on their equipment. And not only that, think about this. Most clients know the name Rogue Fitness. Most clients don't know some of the other names. So when they come in and they see Rogue Fitness, they automatically think, wow, this is a sweet gym. I saw those in the CrossFit games. I saw those on TV. I saw those on YouTube. Having things like that that can be helpful to getting new clients. And then over here we have the Rogue RH2 reverse hyper. That actually doesn't get a lot of use. I say we mostly use it for a standing desk, but again, it's nice to have. I like to use it after I train sometimes, and I've got another one in the garage, so I don't need two there. Behind that we have some pound pads, some random, you know, hammers and other implements that are fun to use, but you know, just adding more variety again. Here we have our sound system. This is probably the weakest thing in the gym. If you have any suggestions for how to get sound in like a big, like 2,500 square feet like place, let me know. I wasn't really sure how I should go about doing that, so we haven't gone any further. This is fine for right now, but I would like to upgrade. Just let me know what you think, if that's something you've dealt with in the past. Back here, this is kind of where the front area is kind of like our conditioning, kettlebells, dumbbells, this instability type stuff, unilateral stuff, and then back here is kind of just our general strength training. So we got our racks, our platforms, our plates, everything like that. Right here we have an Ollie platform from Rogue and then a deadlift platform from Rogue. Most of the time we just use the Ollie platform because it's a lot more open. But if we have two people working at once, you can have one person over there and one person right here. We decided to go with some rubber tiles. Before I was using just like plywood, and then on top of that I was using stall mats, but I found like it bounced a lot higher. So if that's something you're using, I highly suggest the rubber tiles because they end up working really well. They're quiet and they don't bounce as high. We have our little bands over here, and I'll show you. I think the more customization you can add to your gym, your facility, whether that's a garage gym or, you know, a commercial facility, I think the better it is. So little things like this that, you know, clients may not always notice, but every once in a while they may. Putting paint behind your logos, just things to make it that it's yours, it's your customization, and we just want it to scream our brand. So everything we use, whether online or somewhere else, we use these colorways, we use the same typography, everything has to be, you know, in order. And I think that's one way you get a consistent message across. But these are bands. We have, you know, Rogue Monster bands, Elite FTS bands, clench bands, chains, Elite FTS easy loaders, Genesis jack, just fat grips, just a general section of, you know, if we don't have another place to put it, we just throw it on there. Down here we have a Rep Fitness plate. This is a standard 25, 20s, 15s, and 10 kilogram set. And then also their change plates. These are, I would say, probably the best value competition bumpers that are out there right now. They're priced real well, they last really long. We actually use these probably more than any other plates, and they've held up really well to both ourselves training and clients. Titan deadlift plates or wagon wheel knockoff with the holder. They really don't get used very much, but they look cool, and you know, if somebody again wants to use something different for the day, then we'll throw these on. Rogue trap bar, Titan bowl there. I've got one of these in the garage too. They're pretty cheap, and I don't know, it just cleans up the place again rather than having Lowe's buckets. Now, if you're in a CrossFit gym, I understand that's more of like a warehouse style, but a lot of our clients are people that are used to, you know, being catered to a little bit more. So having things that are clean and efficient and easy to use and look good, I think that's helpful. Back here we have the Rogue West Side bench with the Thompson Fat Pad top. This is my favorite bench to use. I love this bench. The only thing I don't like is how tall it is, so I add some rubber mats under, and we add them for our clients depending on how tall they are. But awesome bench. We just leave the Fringe Sport power bar on there. It's got a nice knurl, 29 millimeters, and it works well for bench. Back here, my oldest plates, these are Penlays. So these are Penlay Olympic plates with Rogue rubber change plates. And then right here is kind of our GPP section. So this is your standard, like, you just want to get grunt work done. We put it right here because we have the 75 feet of turf, so it's already ready to use. You just pull it out, run with it, use the yoke, whatever. We have a war wagon from our Mortal Kombat equipment. That's Matt Brown's company. He's a UFC fighter. He's making some cool stuff, and that's one of them. Westside Barbell uses it quite a bit. Rogue Dog Sled 1.2, Rogue Echo Sled, you can see kind of under there. Rogue Yoke, Y1, and then the tank. We'd say we probably use the tank, would you say? Probably the tank most of the time for most clients because it's easy to use. You can set the settings and clients just really like it because it looks big and it's just kind of fun to use. Again, we put these on the side. So these are sandbags, you know, weight vests, you name it, just all over here. And then our K-Box, our centric K-Box 4. I like that thing a lot. We have some clients that will use it for curls and squats and things like that. But I think as we get more athletes in here, we'll start to use it more. Back here, this section is one that I don't really like. I don't know how I'm gonna change it. But right now, it's just a plate rack. So I had this in my garage, you may remember. This is basically a Titan T3 that's been turned into a mass storage rack. It looks okay, but the difficulty is getting all the plates off and back on. We have everything from French Sport bumpers, again faster Crumb rubber bumpers, Rogue Fitness HD 1.0 plates, dumbbell bumpers from Rogue, Klokov plates, urethane plates by American Barbell. Basically this is like a fitness museum. If there's anything you ever want to try, you know, I'm sure after I post this videos, people are going to be asking me to come up here and just try equipment, which I don't mind, so that's fine. And then over here, this is kind of like a big section of the gym. We have 3 Rogue R3s daisy chained together. Now, why did I go with Rogue R3? Well, one, I already had one, so I only need to get 2 more, okay? So this is the one I had in my garage. I really like how simple they are. I like how thin they are, so they're 24 inches. For a facility of this size, you want something that doesn't take up a ton of space and allows you to use both sides of the rack. This is perfect for that. If we had anything any wider, for this section, it probably wouldn't work. Depending on your size of your gym, it may work. But for ours, this was just perfect. So we used it, I don't know what those are called, MG3, I think, multi-grip pull-up bars in between the racks. And then connecting the racks, we just have your standard Rogue pull-up bars. So ton of place to do pull-ups, lots of places to do squats and all your different variations. And they're cheap, welded together, and it's solid. There's no forward and back movement. There's a little bit of side to side. I mean, you really can't even tell. A little bit of side to side, not much. I mean, you can get, we had a mini camp in here, like I said, not that long ago, and we had kids on either side. They were using it just fine and getting a lot of work done. Behind, we have all kinds of barbells. Barbells are kind of something that I started reviewing really early, so I've got a lot of them and I like them. But this is kind of the section where it's like, these are just ones I use, these are ones that Chance, the trainer, uses, and if a client wants to use them, they can ask and we let them use them, but they mostly stick to these bars. They like these bars anyways because they're colored, most of them. But, you know, every bar you can think of, from French Sport, weightlifting bar, Alico, American Barbell, Klokov bar, Kabuki Strength Power Bar, which is probably the power bar I use the most for squatting. I like the knurl a lot. Vulcan Strength, Absolute Power Bar, and then the Duffalo bar. And then over here is like our general training bars and bars that clients like to use. So Rogue Cerakote bars. I mean, here's the thing, if you've got a gym, getting things like this I think is awesome, because I'll tell you what, every client that comes in here, almost every time Chance says go get a barbell, they'll go to one of the colored bars. It's just fun for them. It makes it exciting. And I think that's one of the things, Gunnar Peterson talks about that. You know, if a client isn't enjoying what they're doing, if they're not enjoying the versatility, if they're not staying engaged, they're gonna quit working out. So things like this I think are helpful, even though they cost a little bit more. This is an American flag bar, which we're gonna review soon, from Old Glory project. Gold bar, bamboo bar, tsunami bar, everything you can think there. In between each rack, we have a Rogue 2.0 bench, flat bench. I'd like to get some adjustable benches eventually, but most of our pressing is flat anyways, and we have 1 rep adjustable bench. These are strong, sturdy, take whatever you can throw at them. Great warranty, last a long time. I don't really have anything else to say about them. They're flat benches, but they work really well. Over here we have our specialty bars. So any specialty bar you can think of, from your safety squat bars to your football bars, Swiss bars, and then just like random, like farmer's walk implements, tsunami bar. There's like a root curl bar in there, cambered bar, some other farmer's walk handles. Anything a client would want to train with, any like goal we want to achieve, we've got the bars for them. Plate rack. So this is the Titan Fitness plate rack. I absolutely hate this thing. I'd like to get rid of it, but the only problem is I'd have to get the weight off, and it's almost impossible to get the weight off because the plates, the diameter of the hole is too small for the actual pins. Hoping that they send me a new one. I messaged them, and I'm just waiting on a response. But the plates are awesome. The plate tree just sucks, and that's about all I'm going to say about that.
That's it.
That's all I have to say about that.
Back here we have our cardio section. This is a Concept 2 ski erg. I love Concept 2, they last forever. I love their PM5s. Clients use these every single day, every time they come in. So we have the skier, the biker, and also the rower. In addition to that, we have a Trueform Runner, which is awesome. I love the Trueform Runner. Works extremely well. It was a little bit difficult, I'd say at first, not so much difficult, but just different for clients when they first came in to start using the Trueform Runner. But once they got used to it, now they love it, they're used to it, they hop on it and they're ready to go. So I like that because it's never gonna wear out. It's gonna last forever. This is a Zebex, what is this called? The Zebex Air Plus, something like that. This is probably the bike that clients like the most. In fact, I'll just say this, we had a Rogue Echo bike in here for a while, and clients never liked using it. They liked using the Schwinn AD Pro and this Zebex bike the most, so we moved the Rogue Echo bike into my garage and just kept these two. So something to think about. I love the Rogue Echo bike. I think it's probably the best built out there, but it is a little bit more difficult to get moving, I think, because the fan blades are bigger, and so I think that's one of the reasons clients didn't like it. And it's all black, so it may be a little bit intimidating for certain clients. Biker, rower, Rep Fitness plyo boxes, soft plyo boxes. If you're doing any sort of jumping with clients and you want them to jump without being afraid or have possible legal problems when they hurt themselves, bleed on their shins, I highly suggest these rubber top or foam top plyo boxes. They're gonna last a long time too. Over here, Russian stall bars with the spinning pull-up bar, TRX strap. Clients like to warm up on this, get their TRX pulling in, things like that. We have some stick mobilities here, yokes on the bottom, iron neck over here, and just some general implements with our war hammers. Again, these are by Matt Brown at Immortal Combat Equipment. And then some Onnit steel clubs, Indian clubs, whatever you want to call them. So that is the gym. We're very happy with the size the way it is now. If this is something you'd like me to talk more about as we get new stuff in here, as I'm trying to get more clients in here and things like that, let me know in the comment section below. I'll also put a link to our website. If you do me a favor, go there and visit it and just see what you think. Let me know if there's any changes you think I should make. Follow us on Instagram. I'll put a link to that in the bio below as well. Intentional Fit, @ Intentional Fit on Instagram. But this has been Coop from GarageGymReviews.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.